was interesting that Kyle Shanahan decided not to make Trey Lance a captain, even though technically his teammates voted him in. Well, you never really know. We didn't see the tally. But according to Kyle, teammates voted Trey captain. Kyle decided to cap it at 6. Deebo Samuel's a different story, though. Deebo Samuel was the 8th guy in the voting, which means his teammates, some of them voted him to be a captain, but not enough. He was like Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame voting. Just not quite, maybe next year. Yeah. Why do you think? And it was crazy. Kyle Shanahan listed him as a captain. He was like, oh, wait, no. I think Kyle would have voted for him. Kyle loves Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
But the teammates didn't. Not enough. Why do you think?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, you request a trade off the team. I mean, I'm sure that rubs some guys wrong. Like, wait a minute, you don't want to play with us no more? Like, yeah, I mean, there's some guys probably don't care, and that's probably why I got 8th place votes. Yeah. But there's some guys on that team, whether, I'm sure it's unanimous voting, and they're like, I'm not voting for this guy. He didn't even want to be on the team last year. He wasn't out here grinding, with the guys in the offseason. So, you want captains that are going to be not just great players, but great leaders on the team. And I think it's no question that that's why he got 8th place in the captain voting.
I thought he was going to be a captain. I thought the 2 new guys this year would be Bosa and Deebo, and they gave it to Bosa and not Deebo. And it's crazy because Bosa doesn't show up to mini camps and OTAs. He's like, no, you guys aren't even wearing pads. I'm a D lineman. I'm going to stay in South Florida with my dad and my brother and do my thing. And everyone's like, yeah, that's good. You know what you're doing. I mean, everyone has complete trust in Nick. When you ask Kyle and any player, like, who's the most professional player you've ever seen? Nick Bosa. He's like 23. Who's the most? Nick Bosa. He's been a pro since he's 3 years old. He's in the greatest shape of anyone I've ever seen. Like, there's no question. No one ever says that about Deebo, ever.
Yeah.
They never talk about his conditioning or his professionalism or his maturity. They talk about his athleticism and his explosion and all that stuff, but they don't talk about that with him. And there's questions about that. And he requested a trade. Mm-hmm. I can only imagine being on a team, someone being like, I don't want to be on the team with you. Actually, I'm back and I want to be the captain. Like, no, what are you talking about? I want to be here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to me, that's why you shouldn't have done it, Deebo. Mm-hmm. People don't forget your teammates, the coaches, the fans. They don't forget, man. What they say, you can't unring that bell. Sorry, man. You did it. So now you're not a captain. I don't know if he cares. Maybe he doesn't care. And maybe that's another reason he's not a captain. I don't know.
No, leadership is key. I mean, it's not just how good you are as a player. You got to be a leader. You got to be a great leader. And, Nick Bosa, even though he doesn't, do things in OTAs, everyone knows. I mean, the way he shows up, when he does show up, you look at him like, damn, this guy's in better shape than he was last year. And it's like every year it's like that. With Deebo, he shows up and, long T-shirt, time to get in shape now, right? So
the long sleeve shirt thing kills me, man. It's like you came out in the same draft class as A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf, and you're legitimately as good or better than both of them. But look at them, man. And look at you. Really? Come on. Like, we're talking 5 pounds. The last 5. Go for it. I don't know. Like,
I'm hoping this next season, now he's locked in. He's got his contract. I'm hoping that,
be your best self, Deebo. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you were your best self like DK and AJ Brown, they wouldn't be in your league. You would be in a whole different tier. But we don't know which Deebo is going to happen. I mean, anyway, that's enough Deebo. I'm blocked by Deebo on Twitter, so I shouldn't talk about it. Callie says Deebo has to earn captain as well. He got his contract. Now go out and continue to perform, possibly his attitude from the offseason. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's an interesting parallel between him and Bosa. Like, Bosa doesn't show up to the offseason either. He doesn't talk. He's not what you would call a leader, but everyone looks at him in awe of his professionalism. No questions. I don't think people looked at Deebo that way. I mean, they all acknowledge that he's the best weapon on the team, but that's different.
Yeah. Yeah. The physical and the talent is only part of it. The mental is at least a third of everything, Yeah.
I mean, players go up to Nick Bosa and ask him about nutrition and do you think they go to Deebo and like, hey, so what are you eating in the offseason? What are you eating? I would like to be, sorry, that's enough.